And I'd like to welcome Beth Perrick with us today. She is the board president of GRF, and always good to see you. You've been on the boards for on and off for quite a while, and you've been involved in so many different things around here, from the Thrive Project to some of the theater things and many different activities.
Started out with third board.
Yeah.
3 years on GRF, and I ran again. So this is my first year of my second term.
Yeah.
On GRF.
Well, very good.
I'm busy. Thrive keeps me busy.
Yes.
Foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
That's right.
Let me put in a plug for them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we always get at the meetings. It's Chris, right, who gets up and talks
Chris
about
Collins.
it.
Yes, she's our PR person. I think she does a really good job.
Yeah, she does. Well, welcome, and a few things you want to talk about today?
Yes, just a couple things from the meeting.
Yes.
I'm hoping that folks watch the meeting on TV, that they can get the true flavor of the meeting.
Right.
Our meeting started out with being able to welcome Bert Muldahl back.
Right.
He suffered a heart attack, and he is really working his way through. He's in physical therapy.
Great.
We're really proud of him, and he really surprised us yesterday. We didn't know for sure that he was coming with this, so this is great.
Very good.
And then the next thing that I got to do, which was really a privilege, was to introduce our new CEO, Jeff Parker. Second day on the job.
Yeah.
And great to introduce him. He is an impressive individual. He has a strong educational background for the job as well as experiential. I want to say 31 years in city government, maybe 32, I'm not sure, but somewhere in there. And he comes to us from Tustin. He started in Tustin in 2011, and he's been in Claremont and, look at my notes here, Claremont, Patterson, Walnut. So a variety of different communities that he's been able to serve in, and obviously learning and growing at the time.
Yeah.
And just seems like such a knowledgeable man and a good person to have coming in, replacing Brad. One of the things that we said as the committee when we looked at what is it that we want in a CEO, and one of the things that we wanted for sure was someone who would be able to take the team that we have now and really appreciate the team that Brad put together.
Yeah.
Our management team is so strong, and we're so happy with them. And Jeff seems like just the guy to carry on with that and to bring his own personality and knowledge into it. So we're really happy with him. So
well, good. We'll have to get him on. I think we'll give him a little bit of time to get settled first before we get him in the limelight here.
Yeah. He's a great guy. His master's degree is in public administration, so you know he's got a lot of knowledge as well as that background. Anyway, so then I wanted to talk to you about the next thing that happened on that agenda was Lucy Shimon.
Yes.
And Lucy is our rep on the VMS board. And what happens is the housing mutuals, the two housing mutuals, Third and United, as well as GRF, appoint 3 people to represent them on this board, the VMS board, which is the board that does our relationship, our communication with staff, with all staff. And so Lucy came and reported yesterday, and she talked to us. Her focus was the 5 goals for VMS.
Right.
And she talked about that. So Dan Kenny and Lisa Bender are other representatives, and they will be coming. They take turns coming to the meetings and reporting, which is a good thing. It shows how we reach out and we work together as boards. Member comments was next on our list, and member comments this time, one of the big focuses that folks are concerned about is the TV in Clubhouse 1, the drop-in lounge, and there has been discussion, and people have been doing surveys and bringing information to us, and our recreation department had strong reasons for removing the TV at that time, and they are listening to the concerns that folks would like to have it back, and many of the several of the concerns, I should say, came to the podium yesterday.
Okay.
But we can say for sure what is happening is the Recreation Department, under the leadership of Brian, is looking at different options and which way is the best way for us to go with the TV.
Okay.
So he will be looking at those options, and my guess is, I don't know for sure, but I'm going to say probably the next CAC meeting, he would be coming to the meeting with some of
Okay.
those options for the committee to discuss and make some selection.
All right. Very good.
So that was one of the big things in member comments. Then, what are some of the things that we voted on that happened that are on the 30-day approval? Oops, nope, I skipped one. I skipped another discussion thing
Okay.
from member comments, and that affects the TV station on third floor, as well as security and all of second floor. And what we began Monday was the first day that we began instituting a security system
Right.
to be able to access the second floor and the portion of third. You would have to have a pass key or have an escort, someone to be able to take you up there.
Right.
To kind of for security and safety for our employees and the folks who are working on those floors.
Okay.
So that was a discussion and introduction of the program, saying this is change. This is, this was in effect years ago. I wasn't here at that time.
Yes.
But it was then, and we're bringing it back, and we're working out the kinks and seeing how it goes.
Right, and I know there were some comments folks made about, will this make it more difficult for a lot of the board committee meetings take place on the second floor and to those rooms that are up there. So they were a little concerned about that because they are open to residents.
Right, they're open meetings.
Yeah.
And the answer to that we have at this time is that we would have someone, there will always be a security person at the desk, the greeting desk when you come in, and that person would, escort them upstairs to the meeting so that they would be able, we would not keep people from attending the meetings. So where was I? Okay, so then some of the things that we voted on in the 30-day, and one of them is the elimination of the guest fees for both the fitness centers and aquatic. And that passed unanimously.
Right.
It's something that we really are not going to be losing much money, but we will be gaining time for our staff.
Right.
And then something that's new, because we have in the summertime, we did a pilot program of having children swim in the Clubhouse 6 pool. And that worked out really fine for the summer swim, and then in the winter it goes back to pool 2. But we had several people that said, well, we have children that are really youth because they're over the age of 11, and they are lap swimmers. So we determined that, we voted on that students, youth, whatever, ages 11 to 15, that have some proof that they're engaged in some kind of a program, competitive swim or whatnot, where they need to be practicing their lap swimming, and they're here visiting their grandparents, then they would be able to show that in the show that to the recreation department, and then they would be allowed to practice.
Okay, very good.
So another thing that I need to just compliment Brian Gruner and Joan Millman, who was the chair of that committee. They looked at recreation policy and procedures, and they started last September, and they are continuing to do small changes, but they published the recreation policy, and that was presented yesterday, and we voted on and approved it, which is great. That's a huge task, a huge task.
It is. It always has been.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and changing it. I had the, I guess I could say pleasure, I don't know, when I was on third board working on CAC, working on that.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah.
it's just so complicated
It
and
is.
so much. So I commend them for getting
So with
to
these
that
policies,
completion.
are there changes?
Oh yes, there
Okay.
are changes, but a lot of things stay the same, but some changes.
Okay, we'll find out more about those. I mean, it's at the final stages, am I right?
Well, we approved it as
Okay.
is, and they will be doing some tweaking. But
Okay, yeah.
yes. So, and that will be online.
Okay.
Too.
All right.
Recreation policies. Committee reports happen.
Yeah.
Not any. I don't have anything earth-shattering to tell you about. What I wanted to put in a couple plugs. I wanted to say that on Village Television you can watch all of the board meetings, and there's so much that you find out that what's going on
Right.
in the village by watching those meetings. All of the board meetings, our board meeting and Third
Yeah.
and United. And the last thing I wanted to put in a plug for is our website that Chuck Holland has just done marvels with. We publish the briefs, but it's there online
Right.
to keep up to date with what's happening in the housing mutuals and GRF. Go to the meeting reports, find out about recreation and whatnot. Just a really, really great tool to go to our website, which I think gets better.
Yeah, and
Each
I know
time
they're
just
I think
tweak.
this year they're going to do some kind of a relook at it and
Yes.
at it. But you can, you can get things, for instance, the agenda for the meetings,
Yes.
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go to the calendar, pick
Yeah.
Third, United, whatever, and then
Yeah.
go to the date and then click on it, the agenda comes out. So.
If you're interested in recreation, check out all the events. If you're interested in Thrive, which I am, you can go and
Right.
Thrive.
Yeah.
Lots of information.
Yeah, very good. Anything else today?
That's it for today.
All right. Good to see you as always.
Good seeing you, Ken.
And a lot of stuff is happening at the meeting, so make sure you go to them. The GRF's meeting will be replayed tomorrow at 1:30. So if you want to check it out then, please do.
Good.
Good to see you. Always nice.
Good seeing you.
You take care.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
so much.
We'll be right back.